Just a few days ago, I completed my last exam, and it was also the last exam of my entire school career. Now I think that 12, 12 years have passed, so much time I have spent. I wonder if it was actually worth spending those times. Probably yes, probably no. It depends on the person to person that what they value and what they don't. I personally, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. I personally value this. All the laughter, all the joy, all the fights, all the arguments we had, and I'm very grateful to have such teachers, classmates, and my friends. Now you must be wondering who I am and why I am telling you all this. As you can already see, my channel's name is ThinkBox, and this is how I refer myself. Obviously, this is not my real name. I have another name, but this is what I use online. And the reason why I'm telling you all this is because there is no reason. There is no reason actually. It's just that I'm reflecting my journey, the 12 years of journey that I had, and just trying to share with you all. It was fun. I'm just trying to share my thoughts, and maybe you are going to relate to this video as well. If you have already finished your school career, then you are going to. But if you haven't, if you are still in your school career, then you are going to understand this video a few days later, a few years later. Maybe you should save this. I remember my first day at school. I was very young back then. Obviously, everybody is young when they first go to school. So I had a half pant and a t-shirt, I think. I don't remember properly. Then it was very close. And me and my uncle, a neighbor. So we went to the school for my admission. It was Monday, I think. It was Monday. And then we entered the office room. The head teacher of that school made me read a book, to just check if I was capable enough to enter the primary school. He made me read 2 to 3 lines of a book. I did. I actually did very well. Not to flex, but I was a very good student as a kid. I had already mastered the basic languages and the very basic maths in home. Thanks to my parents for that. And that's it. It was very stressful. I was very worried. I'm an introverted guy, so it's very tough for me. It was very tough for me to do that thing. And after that, I started going to school every day. Now, it became a routine. Wake up, go to school, come back home, then repeat it the other 6 days in every week. It was fun. The first school I went to had a very weird positioning. Like it was situated in a very weird place. There was a graveyard in the right side, in the front side, and there were ponds in the both sides, and in the back there were an entire neighborhood. It was very difficult to reach to the school. You had to went through all the neighbors' houses to reach there. There was no other way you could go, and unfortunately it hasn't been fixed yet. It's still just like that. However, still that school was very fun. It was very fun. You had lots of freedom. The teachers in that school were very lazy. Very lazy. They barely cared about the students. They would literally sleep in the chairs during classes. They were very sloppy as well. So you had lots of freedom. But thankfully, or you can say unfortunately, I was removed to another school for better education. Obviously, I was sent to school to study, not to have fun. So they made me go another school. I was removed. It was also very close. It wasn't too far, and this school had everything. It had great teachers, great classmates, great study environments, everything. But it had something. But it missed on thing. It did not have space. I mean, it didn't have enough space. In a school you need a proper water sources, a playground, but it had nothing. It didn't have both of them. We had to go somewhere else for those. But it was fun. In that school, I did lots of things. We did lots of things. We played, we studied, we did very daring things, and very fun. One thing I remember very vividly, that we were racist. Literally, we were racist back then. So it was like this. There was a kid in our class. So he was black. I mean, not that black. He was just skin black. But he had another problem. He sweated a lot. Seriously. I still probably I haven't seen anyone sweat more than him, literally. So we never, let him play with us. We always pushed him back. We said we can take you. You are going to make the floor wet. So we just never, took him to play with us. We are very racist. We were kids, actually. Obviously, we were kids, so we knew nothing. And now I think we should not have done that. We should have let him play. We really did very bad with him. It was all fun, but a few years later, he had to change school because that primary school didn't have enough. Because that primary school was only limited to 4th standard, and for higher education, we obviously had to move another school. So this school wasn't too far too. It was very close. And the main problem we had in the previous school was the space, that it did not have enough space to play or hang around. But it's a high school. I am literally, to this day, I haven't seen a school having more land area than this. It literally has so much land area. There are multiple buildings and so much area. You can just play all day and never be bored. When I first went to the school, I was shocked by the sheer size of the school and the amount of students it had. It had almost thousands of students, and also equally lots of teachers, up to 16, 17 I remember. But still, all that space had nothing to do with me, because I'm an introverted guy. I spent most of the time, sitting on the classroom, on the bench, seeing through windows, seeing others play through the window. But still, all that space had nothing to do with me, because as I told you, I am a very introverted person. So I spend most of the day sitting on the room, on the bench, seeing others play through the windows, and that's what I did most of the time. Yes, I hang around, I played, I enjoyed too with my friends, but not so much as you did probably. I spend most of the time just sitting, reading, or listening to others. I enjoy seeing others play than playing myself. And then a few days later, and all of a sudden, a few years later, we had COVID-19. Not just my school, but the whole world was shut down for a few months, 2 years, and we did not go to school at all. Only once in a while, to collect the rations that we were given. We were given rice, potatoes, sanitizers, lots of things. And during that time, we mostly did nothing but sit around and spend most time in our home. We just chill. It was very fun. One of the most memorable moments of our life. Obviously, there's nothing ever going to happen like that probably. And few days later, the schools opened too. All of a sudden, the routine became as it was back then, and then I realized that I'm in 10th. All of a sudden, all the studies, all the leftovers came up all together and just took over my mind. I was stressed and depressed, like seriously. I had boards exams and no preparation. Honestly, I wasn't quite ready for school. I wanted to spend a little more time, you know, in the lockdown. It was very weird. Like I don't remember anything from then. Like I did nothing, just existing. Yet I wanted to, be in that abyss more. I'm a very weird person for that. I am obviously. But it is what it is. I just had to study and nothing, like seriously, there was nothing I could do. So it was the best option to just study, have fun, and move on and accept whatever the future has to offer. A few days later, just like that, the boards exam appeared. I went to a different school, did the boards exams. It was very fun to be honest. Going to another school, being the center of attraction for a week, it was very fun. And then the exams went good too. It was first time, so it was very fun. And in the last day of the exams, I felt that I just did. And in the last day of exams, I was not happy at all. I felt very sad. Like, what am I going to do now? I just did the exams. There is no school anytime soon. There is no result. Am I just going to sit all day? And just like the lockdowns, I have no job. What am I going to do? I was very sad, very weird. Ironically, I actually did nothing. Just sat around and just slept. Just nothing. And a few days later, we got the results as well. It wasn't very good, but not bad too. It was just enough. And then it was the time to choose the career. Science or arts, which am I going to choose? These two are the only option available to me at that moment. And even though I wanted to choose science because I liked it, I watched lots of Iron Man movies and lots of science fiction movies, so I kind of had that wish that I will go with science, be an engineer, and do lots of discoveries like Albert Einstein. But for many reasons, for my personal reasons, many external and internal reasons, I just did not take science and went with arts. And it's great too. It's phenomenal. I did not expect arts to be this great, this good. Like it has so much variety of subjects like philosophy, history, political science. These are great. And then I changed my school again. I thought I've changed my school multiple times, why not do it again? So I did. And this school was a little far, not too far, a little far. It takes around 20 to 30 minutes to reach there. Thankfully, the roads have been improved now and it's much easier to travel to there. And I have no picture. I have no picture, any photo, any video or anything of my entire school career unfortunately, because I had to reset the phone a few days ago, and it got deleted everything. and I unfortunately had no backup. It doesn't matter that much because I have all those precious memories and moments uh, in my head, so it doesn't really matter because having those pictures and videos would be great, but maybe I would not value them as much as I do now if I had access to them. Some things are better to not have, and maybe that's why we value them. Maybe we would not value the moon so much as we do if it was close, a lot closer, or if you could just travel to there. Maybe we only value it because it's just up there and we can touch it, right? And from my personal experience, the last periods after my time, the 11th and 12th class, wasn't quite fun for many reasons, obviously, because I had changed the school, so it was entirely new environment, new teachers, new classmates, and I was a socially awkward person, so it was tough for me to adapt to that situation fast, and time was short, so I just could not enjoy it properly. And another reason is simply because I was not a kid anymore. When you are in 11th or 12th, you are already 17 plus, 18, 19 years old. At that age, you grow up so much, you mature and realize that school isn't about fun. You miss a lot of things, you learn, you have regrets, and during the final moments, not every lot of thing you can do. You still try to be kid, you still try to have fun, but you just can't. You just feel bored, stressed, depressed because you have your personal life. You think about the future, you think what will happen next, you are worried about the career. And there's a lot going on in your head. All of a sudden you just realize that school is about to end. The time has come, and you just start appreciating it. You just sit quietly, listen to the teachers, look at the boards, and you just love those boring days. You just love the meals that you once hated, and you start loving your teachers, your classrooms, your classmates, the benches, and then you just wish, I hope it lasted a little longer. Times just ran away. Time just passed by so fast. I could not grasp it all. Maybe a life isn't enough to enjoy it all. Maybe I hope I get a rebirth again. And you start missing your friends, your classmates, your teacher. You realize that these are the final moments. You are never going to you might never get to see them again. But unfortunately, none of these are going to happen. You just accept the reality and move on with some very precious and priceless memories. School teaches us a lot of things. From our personal experiences, we learn different things. There are a few things which I learned as well. Firstly, respect your mentors. Obviously, there are always some teachers who are just toxic and some are very boring. So we all had our different personal favorites, but still they were teachers. So respect them. We learn too late this thing too, but you all should respect our teachers. And secondly, more socialize, make new friends, participate in the games, go in the events, just socialize more. You never know what you might be missing out. When you participate in a game or in an event, there is a high chance you just make new memories, some memories which are going to last forever with you. Don't be like me. Just don't be awkward, don't be so introverted. Have fun. And thirdly, don't just read history. History isn't just about reading. You have to learn it. History is meant for us to learn. So we learn the past mistakes, see through things and judge them so they don't repeat. itself, so history just doesn't repeat itself. We know what happens when a war emerges and how it emerges. So we are supposed to learn from these mistakes and never let them happen again. And finally, my final thing which I have learned, and I would tell, like, enjoy studying. We all learn this thing. We all learn too late when there is nothing we can do. We just don't enjoy studying, right? But let me tell you, I just don't like reading books, But once the exams are done, once the school is over, I read them. I love reading them. But it doesn't happen during those school classes. But I read. So don't be like that. Enjoy studying, read well, because we have exams, right? Study well, because one day you are going to sit in the classroom for the last time, and you will never know that it's the last, and you're going to regret that. You're going to miss that so much. Believe me. That's it. This was my 2 years of schooling experience, and what is yours? Let me know in the comment section. I would love to read them all.